All right, so me come again with some stats, some statistics. Let's use some statistics. Let's get into some statistics. We're gonna use statistics to do an evaluation of the Reggae Boyz World Cup qualifiers campaign so far. It's gonna go all the way back to June. These are the last 4 games that we played, and we have some quite an interesting details to share to you guys. All right. So thank you very much again, people, for tuning in. Really, really appreciate it. As you know, without you guys, this program would mean nothing at all. So I'm very, very, very extremely appreciative of you guys. So please do hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Thank you very much again for tuning in. There's a new feature on YouTube called the iPop button. Let's see if that works. Let's try it. Let's try it. So if you see the button, press it. If you see the button, press it. Anyways, so we're going to do a small evaluation of the World Cup qualifiers campaign so far. And we're going to use the last 4 games. And, you know, there's a lot of negativity around the team, a lot of things people are discussing. I'm going to put a positive spin on it. And we're going to look at it. Now, these data that I have here, yeah, it's very, very interesting. So I would implore you to also do your own fact checking, and most definitely take out your pen and paper and start writing. And as I said, you can evaluate it yourself to see if this data means nothing, if it's positive or not. Just evaluate it for yourself to see if this data actually means anything. So I say again, let's get to cracking. Hit the like button. I'd really appreciate if you do so. Oh, if you're not receiving the videos, unsubscribe, resubscribe, and turn on the notification bell. It is very, very important that you turn on the notification bell. Now, with this data that I'm going to give you, it should give you a perfect, should I say, idea or reasoning behind the coach's selection. Where continuity is concerned, players are informed, not with their clubs, but with the national team. Because it's 2 different forms, you know. You can be informed with your club, but when you come to the national team, you just shit up yourself. Anyways, keep on messing up yourself. But you could be informed at the club and also come at the national setup and still be informed. But most notably, it's preferred to be informed or unformed for the national setup. So let's get to the detail. So the Reggae Boyz head coach Steve McLaren selected his squad for the next upcoming World Cup qualifiers versus Curacao. And what? Oh, me forget it already. Curacao and Bermuda. Why? That was a brain fart moment. Doing too much. Anyways, let's get cracking. The Jamaica World Cup route. Listen to this. Games scored, goals conceded, teams in the group, and other group. I decided not to touch the other group. I'm going to leave it strictly to what we are doing and what we're trying to improve on. So we started off all the way back to British Virgin Island. We defeated them 1-0. And we defeated Guatemala 3-0. We defeated Bermuda 4-0. And we defeated Trinidad and Tobago 2-0. And there's one common thing right there. Nil. We have played 4 games and conceded 0. Nada, nil, nada, nothing egg. Thin air. Conceded 0 goals. But how did that happen? Remember, according to a lot of the fearmonger supporters, the Reggae Boyz team is not good. The Reggae Boyz players are not good. Now, let's be fair. The quality of the opponents can be a factor. But why should we fear when the performance that we're seeing consistently look good? At least for now. Yes, in between those games, would have World Cup, the Gold Cup. When I played the Gold Cup and also Nation League. Well, Nation League was before. And the Gold Cup did not necessarily ended well. What's the reason for that? We don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Wish I knew. But nevertheless, the World Qualifiers campaign so far has been tremendous. Maybe it's a case of which they are heavily hyper focused on this specific task, which is the World Cup qualifiers. Now, I'm going to give you some statistics for these games, and I'm also going to give you the players who have made the impact so far in this World Cup qualifiers. These are the statistics. We played the British Virgin Islands. Possession 71 to 29. We played 15 shots, conceded 2. We created 2 big chances in that game. Guatemala now, 56% possession for Jamaica in comparison to Guatemala 44. 18 shots we have taken compared to 5 against us, and we created 7 big chances. Our toughest opponent, we created 7 big chances. Then we played Bermuda. This game, Bermuda had more possession, 54%. We had 46, but with the 46% possession, we had twice as more shots than them, which is we had 19 shots, they had 8, and then we also scored 4 goals in that game. Created 2 big chances though, but we scored 4 goals. A bit of our clinical edge being shown. Next up is Trinidad and Tobago. In this game, we ended the game with less possession, 55%, 45%, while Trinidad had 55%. And we had a total of 10 shots in this game, while Trinidad and Tobago had 13. No big chance in particular was created. These statistics are according to SofaScore, but we scored 2 goals in this game. In some sense, showcasing our clinical, should I say, strike force that we have. Anyways, so these are the players who have impacted the World Cup qualifiers campaign so far. We had Werner Brown. So in the goals section, we have Werner Brown, John Russell, Damian Lowe, Ronaldo Cephas, Casey Palmer, Bailey Kadamatri, and Shamar Nicholas. These are the players who contributed where the goals are concerned. Where the assists are concerned, we have Bailey, my apologies, Leon Bailey, we have Demarai Gray, we have Greg Lay, John Russell, Ronaldo Webster, and Greg Lay. So, or the team generally are producing. Now, these are the stats leaders for the team where goal contributions are concerned. Werner Brown, 3 goals. John Russell, 2 goals, 1 assist. And Demarai Gray, 2 assists. And we also have Greg Lay with 2 assists. Let me confirm that. I think Greg Lay have 2 assists. Greg Lay, 1 versus Trinidad and Tobago and 1 versus Bermuda. And that is correct. Then no, final stats, which I think many persons might not like. So I think a lot of persons also might like it as well. So it's probably 50-50. Total goals scored, as I said, 10, conceded 0. That's tremendous. How did that happen? No. Total shots we have taken per 90, it equates to 62 shots per 90. And, well, not per 90, my apologies. We have taken 62 shots in total. Let me check how much shots are per 90. Let me just do a quick calculation. I should have done this before. So we have taken 15 shots per 90. And we average and we conceded 28 shots against us. So basically less than half amount of shots or kick we have faced, which is quite good. Now, scoring 10 goals from 62 shots, that basically means for every 6 shots we take, we score a goal. Maybe you can say we can be a little bit more clinical where that is concerned, but this is basically just aggregating everything. Big chance we have created so far in these 4 games is 11, which means we technically on par with the amount of big chance created versus goal scored, but we also can be a little bit more clinical because if we're on par with that means we basically perform according to how is expected. So really and truly we should be overperforming or XG, which is the amount of chance we created. Anyways, so I'm not going to further here, people. I won't go any further. This is actually long enough discussion, enough statistics, enough data for you to work with. As I said, go and check out this data for yourself. This data is basically saying the team is performing well, the team is doing all the right things. And in regards to the continuity, in regards to how the coach selects his squad, this is all the data you need to have to know the reason why he selects certain players. I know a lot of persons want to see a lot of new faces, but the coach said, you know what? We're going with what we are sure of. Yes, we can ask about many, many different players, but the coach is saying we are going with what we're sure of. Anyways, tell me one thing in the comment section, people. Big up on yourself, smash the like button, hit the subscribe button. Have a wonderful day. We're out. God bless. Boom. Like, share, and subscribe, people. You know what thing go already.